on, Skye Squad? We are back in the building. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye, and we gotta talk about some Housewives news, okay? Now, you know it's Sunday, so we really gotta get into what's about to go down on Potomac. Tonight is set to be probably one of the biggest and most hyped up episodes in quite some time. So it's gonna be very interesting, as I told you, to see the ladies on Bravo chat room have a discussion about what happens on tonight's episode, okay? I'm really excited to see how all of this is gonna play out with the sort of slow burn demise of the relationship between Wendy and Gizelle and Robyn, AKA the Green Eye Twins. So we're gonna do a little bit of a sneak peek Sunday and talk about just a couple of things that are gonna happen tonight that Bravo has already put out in their teasers. But we gotta also talk about what happened yesterday online with Miss Karen Huger, okay? Karen Huger just went slam off yesterday. Just went slam off and dragged Gizelle for her ever-loving life. And I'm like, where did this come from? How did it happen? And chime in the chatterization if you happen to catch it, okay? Well, before we get into everything that has to deal with Potomac, I want to direct you to the link in the description down below where I did have a chat with David Yontef from Behind the Velvet Rope about all things Potomac. It is such a good interview. We dive into every little nuance and all these types of things because it is just, there's so much to discuss with Potomac this year that I just could not contain myself, and we had to talk about it there. So please check out that link down in the description down below and support David Yontef because he's doing some big things. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into Karen dragging Gizelle by her toenails, okay? Here it is. This is what Karen had to say on the Instagram yesterday. And she had posted a link to a preview for the rest of their argument that is to come tonight on tonight's episode. And it's the discussion about whether or not, you know, Gizelle had wished death upon Ray. Now, this has been a source of contention for a lot of fans because some people feel like Gizelle didn't directly wish death on Ray, but she did mention Ray's name and dying. And I think it's probably a little bit more sensitive because Ray is a little bit more on the experienced side. We won't say old because I hate that word. I hate the connotation that it brings. But I do say he is more on the experienced side of life. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely at a more experienced side of life. So it's just not kosher. You know what I'm saying? But did she directly wish death upon Ray? Not really. But she did use the words dying or death or something like that. And then she did it again this season. So with that being said, let's get into what she had to say about it. Karen posted this on Instagram. She says, "I know your butt is still on fire since binder time and the reunion couch humiliation 2020. However, Robyn says her bosom buddy never wished death on Ray. Then she says that was 4 years ago." Now, I did notice that part last week as well, okay? Then Karen goes on to say this. "Well, if she never said it, it would be 0 years. Enough is enough. Everyone knows I have a laundry list of dirt that I could call you out for. You can't hurt me. However, because this hurt my children to hear this come out of your mouth, you need to acknowledge their pain and at minimal say you regret your choice of words. For goodness sake, at Gizelle Bryant, please don't say that my children are grown now. Hurt is hurt. Pain is pain, no matter how long ago or how old. There is no expiration date on pain." Check out the comment section. That's what I'm gonna say. I was reading a comment just now that, check out the comment section. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read the comments here, but the comments are, you gotta check out the comments. Check out the comment section. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the comments, really throw it back at Gizelle So I feel like I get it. I get the connotation. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a reach, or do you guys get it? Or do you guys get it in the way that Karen is talking about? I want to talk about something else real quick that's going to happen tonight. And the reason I want to talk about it tonight is because I don't want to cover it too much tomorrow, because I do know that we're going to have a lot to cover tomorrow. So in the scene, the ladies are at dinner. And this is really a conversation about mental health and how we support our friends, right? So these are two different conversations that I think that are worthwhile having, because I feel like they're both important. And it's interesting that we get to see this play out on the show between Gizelle and Robyn, okay? So in tonight's episode, Robyn is gonna say to the ladies, she says at dinner, I don't know what it is, but I've been unmotivated lately. I will lay in the bed until 10 o'clock, and then I watch TV until 11, and then I'm starting my day at 12. So then she goes on to talk about the conversation that she had with Juan. And then she says, but I'm just trying to figure out why I can't get up, because I have a ton of ish that I need to do. It's affecting my relationship because Juan is like, that's not attractive, okay? So then Gizelle comes in, and you know what I feel like? I feel like Gizelle is a pragmatic friend. Like, I feel like she is simply, she's not really gonna have any cut cards for you. She is simply going to be sort of more prescriptive with her advice and her feedback versus being empathetic. And I have been told that I am somewhat similar, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about her response. She says, did you make any changes? You know, or are you real comfortable getting back in that bed, Robyn? And then Robyn is saying this, I have not made any changes. So then Gizelle says, you haven't made any changes, girl? Is he not wanting to rush down that aisle because of this? No man wants to marry unattractive, okay? You know, marital advice from Gizelle is, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's not fair, because Gizelle was married and she's now divorced. So maybe she has some insight on how this whole thing maybe should or shouldn't work. But anyway, let's go on. So Karen, you know, is in her confessional, and she says, when my friends are in need, I pick them up and I lift them. Gizelle kicks them one more inch deeper into the ground. Gizelle's need to attack others is because it deflects from others asking her questions about her own life. No one's off limits, including Robyn. Who is next? Do you think that Gizelle was sort of not recognizing that Robyn is having a cry for mental, well, not mental health, but a cry for help, and that this is a mental health thing, like she could be depressed? Or are we reading too much into Robyn's situation, and is it that Robyn is just not with the program right now? I've read a lot of divergent comments about this subject, and I really wanted to dive deep into this in this video, because I know that, like, again, tomorrow we're gonna have so much to discuss. Do you think that Robyn is just plain being lazy? Or do you think that there's a larger issue at play, and that Karen is right and that Gizelle is being insensitive to her bosom buddy? Because ultimately, I do feel like you need friends that will tell you the truth, right? You need a friend you need, I think, two types of friends in this life. I think you need one friend that is going to, you know, be a soft place for you to land, right? And I think you also need a friend in your life who is gonna give you the honest and direct truth, whether you want to hear it or not. But I think it really is that you have to know when to talk to which friend, because maybe while you're going through, you know, and you're at your lowest, you need to go to that friend that is gonna provide you the soft space to land. And maybe it's that when you are feeling a little stronger, that you need to go to that friend that's gonna give you the real deal Holyfield, and, you know, whether you like it or not, but you're a little bit stronger so you can actually hear it. I'm interested in hearing you guys' thoughts and feelings about this, because again, I often get insight from some of the things that you guys tell me in the comments. So I'm interested, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about this. We're definitely gonna watch it all play out on tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, and maybe we'll find out why Karen happened to, something really just incensed her yesterday to really just go off, and maybe it was her watching the clip from this coming tonight's episode that really set her on fire. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button, and I will catch you in the next video.